My name is John Edwards, and I live in Wellington, Florida, USA. I'm making this video because it is my belief that in September 11, 2001, the occurrence that happened on 9/11 was not, in fact, an attack on USA. In fact, it was a message from people who wanted to give us a very long-term message to 315 million US citizens. I believe they were Saudi Arabian, and I believe they solicited one person that they knew well, had built their buildings in downtown Saudi Arabia, Osama bin Laden. And he was a structural engineer that knew the characteristics of tall buildings. Also, they solicited out of the 19 men planned to control these planes and put them into these buildings were Saudi Arabian. 15 of them were Saudi Arabian. The planes were, unfortunately, they had people on them, and that they knew no other way to get this to happen. They planned to put them into the top 80th floors, 70th floors of these two twin financial structures called Twin Towers, and those two towers represent U.S. political system, Democrat and Republican, and in my view. And they purposely put those planes in there with the fuel in them so that the fuel would burn for 2 hours and then in fact heat the steel, and those buildings would collapse. The key is collapsing. The purpose of the whole thing was to collapse those buildings to explain to USA, to burn into the subconscious minds of the people over time, and it could take years. It's already taken 15 years to take real true effect. That was the mission, and not in fact to attack USA. If they wanted to topple those buildings and kill more people, they would have put the airplanes in at the bottom of the buildings, not at the top. But they purposely wanted to collapse them. The other two buildings were intended for the Pentagon and the White House, because that is where the large spending goes on from these political elected officials that are elected as many as 5, 10, 12, even 15, 18 times over, and the same pattern continues on. That's why USA has now a national debt of $19 trillion. So in my opinion, it was not an attack, as a matter of fact. It was a message, and it is burned into the minds of many people, and that is why people are running to any other political structure other than a normal re-elected politician. And I think you'll see this pattern continue on from here on out because of this message that they gave to us, and I think it was that and not a attack. John Edwards, thank you very much. Thanks for listening.